Hi everyone, we're about to get started in about 10 minutes, so just while we're waiting I thought I'd just recap the previous sessions that we've done. So as you probably know by now, this is a collaboration between Team Brave and the GGWCUP to bring free accessible training to anyone in the world, and it's all about football and fitness, and also about knowing a bit more about the global goals because they're for everyone. So this session is called Feel Good Football Fitness, and it's based upon the sessions that we do with Team Brave in Bristol in the UK, which is all about giving women a chance to play football in a fun and friendly environment, and it's free, and we just want to focus on giving people a chance to improve their confidence and self-esteem through fun football games. So the sessions work like this. We have we do an introduction, then we do a fun warm-up. Each session I try and do something different to just push myself as well, so going out of my comfort zone. The first week I did a Zumba warm-up, which I was very bad at. Then last session I tried a skipping warm-up, and then today I'm going to do like a kids animal based warm-up, which your kids, if you have kids, they might enjoy it, and it's also good for warming up the whole body and some core strength. Then we do a football skill focus, because a lot of the teams from the Global Goals World Cup were planning to play in a football tournament this year, but due to the current coronavirus, everything's been cancelled. So we think it's still important that we're teaching people football so that they're ready for when the Global Goals comes in 2021. Then I'll teach you some fun football games. I always do one that you can play individually in case you're in lockdown on your own, and one that you could do with your family or friends. So hopefully you'll enjoy that. Then each time I do a core fitness challenge. Each week we'll build it up, so by the end of the sessions you should have a routine that you can do which will be really good for your core, which is really essential for any athletes or any people just to stay strong through this lockdown time. And we'll culminate the session by talking about some of the global goals, just to bring a bit of exposure, because it is something that we all need to take responsibility for. Here's my global goals ball, and on here it's got all the different global goals. So each session we're focusing on a different one, and today's session is going to be on good health and well-being, which is also the global goal that Team Brave focus on, because we're all about using sport and activities to help people with their confidence and self-esteem. So yeah, not only physical health but also mental health. So that's the one we're going to be focusing on today. I think we've got about 5 minutes to go, so I'll just recap our previous sessions. My fans. So the first week the first session we did passing, and we talked about the different parts of your foot that you can use. So you could use the inside, the outside, the sole of your foot, the toes, although it's not recommended that much, laces, and the back heel. Talked about the importance of keeping your arms out to be balanced, focusing your eyes, and thinking about the swing back, the contact, the follow through, and placing the supporting foot. Then when you're playing football games or passing games, you want to think about the accuracy, the weighting, and the technique of the ball. Then we went on to last time, we looked at dribbling, and again we're looking at different parts of the foot that you can use. So we use that inside, outside, and the sole of your foot. So again, the same kind of thing today. We're going to be doing turns, so change of direction, again with the inside, the outside, and the sole of our foot. So you should be getting really nice and used to using the different parts of your feet, and also using both feet. So let's move on to today's session plan. How are we doing for time? 4 minutes countdown. So here we go, I'll give you a sneak preview while we're waiting for everyone else to join us. These are the ones we're going to do today. So we've got the drag back, the Cruyff, and the outside hook. So the sole of your foot, the inside of your foot, and the outside of your foot. Sneak preview of the games we're going to be doing. So we've got noughts and crosses, and treasure chest, which is very popular with kids. And then the global goals facts I'll be sharing with you at the end. They're also up on our Facebook and Instagram if you want to have the session plans for yourself to maybe run a coaching session or share with your team or have a go with your family and friends. So yeah, that's what we've got in store for today. Hope you've been following the Brave challenges as well. We've now got 12 different challenges up online. We've got them on our website, our Instagram, Facebook and YouTube. And the idea is that we're keeping kids active and happy during these lockdown times, and adults. So every day, have a go. We've also got 2 art competitions running to create a brave superhero, and with the theme of what's going on in Brave Park, maybe like an animal invasion, alien invasion, anything that the kids can think of. So check that out as well if you've got some spare time. We're going to get started very soon. I think we're on a 2-minute countdown. While we're waiting, maybe you can just write a message to tell us where you're watching from today. So we're in Chile, in Brave Park. This is where we're currently staying. Chile's in total lockdown, so in order to have some outside space, sorry, we're in Brave Park. I'm just going to quickly get a drink. Brave Park. So tell us where you're watching from today. I know there's some people watching from England and maybe from Denmark, States. I think I've got a friend tuning in. So some people from maybe last time we had someone from Jordan, and we had people from Colombia. So hopefully you guys are there today. How are we doing? Ready to begin? The waiting game, the suspense. So we're going to start here, and then we'll move over to the Brave pitch.
From Bristol.
Hey! Is that Dee? Ellen?
Yes.
Oh, hi Ellen. Big shout out to Ellen, one of our Team Brave players. Thanks for tuning in, Ellen. Hopefully all the Team Brave players are watching. I really miss coaching you guys, playing with you as well. But hopefully we'll be back in action soon. Okay, let's get started then. So, take my plans and we'll head over to the pitch. I appreciate that most people do not have the luxury of having a football pitch in their garden. So all this stuff I try and do in a quite tight area so that you can actually do it in your garden or your balcony or your living room. Okay, let's go. Thanks again for watching. I'm going to go through the secret tunnel. Okay, so just to get us nice and warm, I work with kids, I've worked with kids all my life, and I am pretty much like a kid. So we're going to do a warm-up that kids will enjoy, and it's based on animals. So what you'll need is your ball and yourself, nothing else, and willingness to have a go. So the first animal we're going to do is octopus. And also, while I'm doing this, if you have an idea of an animal that you'd like me to attempt to do a warm-up with the ball, just write it there, and Goose will tell me which animals you're proposing, and I will attempt to do a warm-up including those animals. We've got planned octopus, horse, donkey, unicorn, and the spider. Okay, so if there's any other ones, some hilarious animals you want me to attempt, then just write them in and Goose will let me know. So first up is the octopus. If you're a goalkeeper, you might have done this. So it's going to be warming up our upper body and also stretching our legs. If you can see here, stretching the groin. So you're going to draw a big number 8. And you can see I'm moving my legs as well, so I'm getting a stretch dynamically. And we're just mobilising the upper body. Hopefully I'm looking like an octopus. If you don't have a football, you can do it with a smaller ball. Let's try that. Or I don't know, an apple, an orange, anything you've got. If you want to make your octopus a little bit more advanced, you could actually try that for a Brave challenge. Okay, so that's the octopus, hopefully getting nice and warmed up in your upper body and your legs. Let's go a bit quicker. Any basketball players out there might have done that one. How quick can you go? Okay, so we've done the octopus. Next challenge, if you've been tuning into our Brave challenges, you will have done it. So we're going to start with the donkey. So it's just slow walking on the ball. Just getting our legs moving. Hopefully where you are is nice and sunny like here. I've heard that the UK is having some nice weather finally. So hopefully you can get out in the garden or on your balcony. Ellen's told me that she's getting a lot of sun. So that's good. Okay, so that's the donkey, the basic one. Okay, now we're going to speed it up a bit. So we've got the horse, caballo in Spanish. So just go with your own ability. If you're just beginning football, you might want to just stay on the donkey, or el burro in Spanish. So you get to learn Spanish as well while you're here. Okay, then you can progress to the horse, caballo, and try and get your upper body moving as well. Okay, and then we have the unicorn. So you might have seen this in the Brave Challenge. So it's 1, 2, cross your foot over, and 3. So 1, 2, cross your foot over, 3. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. Okay, so this is getting your, not only is it getting your legs warmed up, it's also getting your brain working. All those neurons are firing. Please send in a video of you doing the unicorn if you think you've mastered it, or if you haven't mastered it. We still want to see it. Okay, so feeling a bit more warmed up, you should feel that your breathing rate has increased and your heart rate has increased too. That's getting the blood flowing around so you're ready for our next games. So we've done the octopus, we've done the donkey, the horse, the unicorn. Now it's time for the spider. Goose taught me this one today, inspired by his rugby training. So you've got to bend your knees, and then you're going to go on all fours, and you're going to push the ball like that. So this is giving a dynamic warm up to your legs. Quadriceps, hamstrings, calves. Okay, you can increase the stretch by just reaching out a bit more. Okay, and all the time with the ball. Let's go a bit faster. I realise I look totally ridiculous right now. Okay, so have a go with the spider. Okay. Quite spiky this ground. Okay, Goose, has anyone written any other animals in? Not yet. Come on, guys. Where's your inspiration?
Kangaroo.
Ah, kangaroo. Such a helpful assistant and director of videography. Okay, kangaroo, another brave challenge we did. So jump in. Okay. See how many jumps you can do. Ellen, how many jumps can you do? Okay. If you want, you can even try. Have a go at that one, as long as you're not in a place with a lot of things that could smash. Okay, so we're jumping, kangaroo jumped, and then have a go at that one. Okay, hopefully you're feeling nice and warm. We've done the octopus, the donkey, the horse, the unicorn, the spider and the kangaroo. I think we're ready to get started with our session. So today's session, the technical aspect is on turning, changing direction, which is really important in a match. Imagine that you're the defender and I'm attacking you, and I perhaps decide that instead of dribbling towards you, I'm going to change direction. So I need to have a range of turns ready so that I can achieve that. So today we're going to go through different parts of your foot to turn. So the drag back, which is the sole of your foot, the Cruyff turn, like inside hook, like that, you invert your foot, and the outside hook, like that. Okay, so I'll bring you over to my sheets again, in case you weren't here at the start. The first one we're going to do is the drag back turn with the sole of your foot. So the sole is a nice big area you're going to use to control the ball, and then you'll bring it back and turn 180 degrees. Okay, let's have a try at that one. Okay, and it's important that you practice with both feet so that you become confident with both sides. So I'm going to be dribbling my ball, just like from the previous session we did dribbling. Then I'm going to put my foot on top of the ball, and I'm going to push the ball backwards, like that, and then I'm going to spin. So I'll go from the other side. So foot on the top of the ball, the sole of my foot, and I'm pushing the ball backwards. So the last bit to touch it is the toe, just there. Okay, and then I turn. Okay, so in a small area, imagine I'm going to be working in about 2 meters. So now I want you to see how many drag back turns you can do in the next 20 seconds. Ready? Okay. 3, 2, 1, let's go. 1, 2, 3. See how using both feet? How many have you got? Okay. Well done. How many? Okay, so I'll show you this in action against the defender, which is you. So I'm coming towards you, and then instead of shooting or trying to get past you, I'm actually going to turn like that and change direction, and then maybe I'll do a cross or a pass. It's often used in futsal as well, in the tight areas. You can even, if you wanted to make it quite a skillful thing, you could always do the drag back turn and do another one and do another one. Then you've really confused the defender. Okay, next turn. Next up, we've got the Cruyff turn, named after Johan Cruyff, who was a great player. We're going to be using the inside of our foot, so you need to invert your foot. So I'll just show you because it's a bit confusing. So here I am. I'm going to be using my right foot for this turn. So you can see my planting foot is going forward. Then this right foot is going to come in front of the ball. So now the toes are pointing like together in this direction. So you've got kind of almost a right angle here. And then I'm lifting this foot and I'm going to push the ball with the inside of my foot and then push it backwards so that I can again turn 180. So here we go, in slow motion. There we go, and then turn. So they always say when you're practicing turns you should practice accelerating out of the turn, because that's what you'll do in a match. You can execute the turn and then it's a change of speed. Okay, so let's go through it again. I'll go in slow motion. So approach the ball, planting foot here by the side, number 10. Okay, lean over, my body weight's here, and then the ball's there. I'm gonna invert my foot, push it, and notice that when I turn, my first touch is gonna be with the outside of the foot. Let's go again with the other foot. Okay, so approach the ball, invert the foot, push, and then first touch is with the outside of the foot. Let's do it a bit faster now. Okay, if you're a quite experienced player, then you could try adding a bit of a feint to it. So you're going to pretend like you're going to shoot. So you come up to it, pretend, so you're acting, you're going to shoot, and then change direction. Pretend I'm going to shoot, change direction. Change from behind, pretend I'm going to shoot, change direction. Okay, so we're going to do a little challenge to see how many you can do in 20 seconds again. This should be quite a good workout. Hope your heart rates are going fast. Ready? Steady, go. 1, 2, 3, 4. So all this repetition will really pay off when you're next playing football with your team, because the skills that you learn with enough practice become autonomous, second nature, so you're not having to consciously think about them. Okay, how many did you get? Let us know how's it going, or if you're finding that one challenging or okay. Okay, great. We're going to move on to the outside hook now. Okay, so we've done the drag back with the sole, the coif turn with the inside, and now we're doing the outside hook. So this is where we're going to be capturing the ball with that outside of our foot and pushing it back. Again, a 180-degree turn of your body. So let's have a go. So I'm approaching the ball, and this time using the outside of my foot, I'm going to move my foot around like that. See, now you see the angle's different. Okay, and then I'm pushing it and turning. Ready? Okay, so it's just a little push with the outside and a change of direction. So if I was doing this against you and you're the defender, I might be dribbling towards you. Okay, and then pull out the outside hook. I've created myself some space, and now I've got time to cross the ball or have a shot or something. Okay, 20-second challenge begins in 3, 2, 1, let's go. Thank you, DJ. This is also a great time to practice your dribbling skills. Recapping from last session. Remember the changing speed out of the turn. So jog, 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 and then turn and change of speed. Acceleration. Okay, how many did you get? Where in the world have we got people watching from today? England, Denmark, States, Colombia, hopefully Chile. Hola, hola a todos en Sudamérica y España. Let us know where you're watching from and if you've got any questions or anything. Okay, we'll move on to the games. Okay, so I've got 2 games for you today. The first one we're going to do is noughts and crosses. So this is ideally played in teams. I understand that most people maybe will not have enough for teams. You can play it 1v1, so if you can convince anyone at home to play with you. It's just like noughts and crosses but on a bigger scale. So you're going to be running to put your counters down, or your balls or cones. So you're going to need 4 or 5 things of the same colour. So you could play apples against oranges, you could play different colour cones against each other. Just need to have 2 different things, and then you're going to need 4 sticks like that, or 4 pieces of string, or draw 4 lines to have the grid for noughts and crosses. Okay, and the idea, although you can just do this as a running, maybe fitness, we're going to be practicing our turning. So when you're doing it, you're going to be dribbling the ball, placing down your cone or counter or apple or orange, and then doing a turn to go back to your stack of objects. Okay, so let's give that one a go. So here we've got some bamboo sticks. This is our noughts and crosses grid, and it's going to be blue cones against red cones. So in your house, if you've got anything, you could do spoons against forks, you could do apples against oranges, you could do socks against t-shirts, anything, just so long as you've got something which looks different. So, are you ready? We're going to play noughts and crosses football in 3, 2, 1, go. So one thing at a time, no cheating. I'm going to put my counter down, get in the middle spot, yes. Okay, then I'm going to perform my turn, so drag back. My next one. Oh, blue, I've got the lead. Okay, so keep control of my football. I'm going to block this one. Okay, a different turn, so outside hook. Okay, next one. Blue are in the lead again. Oh no, good block. Now where shall I go? Block this one. Cross turn. Okay. Yeah. Yoo-hoo! Champion! Okay, so you can play this as many times as you like. And it's really good for practicing turning. Okay, so we'll play it one more time. Okay, if you haven't got someone to play with, you can pretend you're playing against me. So wherever I put mine is where you can't put yours. Okay, ready? The rematch. 3, 2, 1, go! Dribbling, keeping head up. Middle square, oh yeah. Do a turn. It's important to remember to do your turn. This is a really popular game with kids as well. Blue have got that corner. Outside hook turn. No, nice. Drag back turn. Okay, in a situation like this where it's a draw, you can decide the way you're going to settle it. So we could do rock, paper, scissors. Ready? Rock, paper, scissors, shoot. Rock, paper, scissors, shoot. Woo! Okay, next game. Okay, in this game it's called treasure chest, and you're just going to need a lot of objects of things. So we are lucky that we live in an adventure park, so we have a ready supply of a lot of little balls. At home you could use anything really. You could actually use coins, you could use fruit, socks, anything. You don't need to have balls. Okay, so it's quite a similar game with involving running in. So when I do coaching of kids, I'd have maybe 4 different teams. They'd all start in different corners, come in and they take one item of treasure from the middle and take it back to their base. And you can develop this by saying that the kids could then rob each other's bases, or you can have a dragon guarding the treasure chest. But sadly, I'm on my own here on the football pitch, no kids to coach, no teams. So I'm going to show you how to play, and then maybe if you've got anyone to play with at home, you can try with them. If you have no one to play with, then you could also do it against the clock. So you could set your stopwatch and see how long it takes you to collect every single item from the middle, and that should use quite a lot of your lockdown time doing that. Okay, again we're remembering to do the turn. Okay, so I'm going to attempt to get 5 balls in 10 seconds. Ready? Okay, let's go. Okay. You should find that you are kind of, without thinking, using the turns. Okay, this time I'm going to do a cross turn. Grab my ball. Cross turn. Okay, so that's you can set your own challenges and your own targets of how many you're going to get, but the important thing is to remember to be doing the turns. So the cross, the drag back, or the outside hook. Okay, well done. How's everyone finding it so far? I take that as a good. Okay, so again, the session plans are all on our Team Brave Instagram page, and we'll put them up on the Clubhouse website as well. So there we've got the session plan in case you want to do it with your kids or family members. That's just recapping the 3 types of turn we did today. And what I'll do in future sessions is progress each of the techniques we've been working on. So I'll do a passing progression, a dribbling progression and a turning progression. So in the next turning session I'll show you a few more fancy tricks that you can use. Okay, so as in all of the feel good football fitness sessions with Team Brave, with our structure, we do the football technique and the football games, and then time for the core fitness challenge. So hopefully some of you can remember the core fitness challenges we've done, as you've been practicing them every day, I'm sure. Okay, so the first session we did the super heroine or superhero. Okay, where you align your body, so your shoulders in line with your wrists and your hips in line with your knees, and then you raise opposite limbs, and you're trying to maintain your core nice and strong. You should feel this in your abdominals. It's also good for your back, your rectus spinae, and your glutes. And then if you want to challenge yourself, you can try draw your name, write your name with your limbs. A real test of coordination. Okay, so that was our first core challenge. The second core challenge was the crazy crab, which is one of our Brave challenges. So balancing the ball and trying to move. Okay, and this is using your core muscles as well, in your abdominals, also your quads, and I feel it quite a lot in my triceps. Most of my sports involve a lot of leg strength, so it's quite good for me to try something which is challenging my arms. Okay, so that was our second core strength challenge. And number 3 today, I'm calling the frog. I don't actually know what it's called in yoga or Pilates, and I'm not good at it at all, so I'm just going to try. So you crouch down like this, and your elbows are going to go into this little bit in your knee. Okay, and the aim of the exercise is trying to balance. So you're a bit like a frog here, so you're going to roll forward and see if you can try to keep equilibrium. So you can see my feet are off the ground here. So you should feel like all of your muscles in your core are working out, and also your hands and your wrists, your arm muscles. So let's try again. So my elbows connect with my knees, like that. And then you've got to focus. You tilt forward, go up onto your toes. Okay, and I want to know, how long can you hold this for? I'm going to try and beat your score. So let's all aim for 10 seconds, and if anyone can do more than that, then very impressive. Okay, so I'll try and beat 10 seconds. So go up onto my tiptoes. 1, 2, 3. Oh yeah, I think that's 10. Try not to face plant the floor when you're doing this. Okay, you might need to give your wrists a little stretch afterwards, because it's quite an intense workout for them. So this is quite an advanced core strength challenge. I guess if it's too difficult, you could also just gradually progress. So like just going up on your tiptoes is quite an achievement. Maybe just doing some bounces like that. Okay, but let me know how you get on. I've set you quite a challenging one today. So try and get into the routine when you're doing these core strength challenges of putting them all together, because then it's going to use all the different muscles. So you could say, okay, I'm going to work for 1 minute. I'm going to be doing the super heroine. Then I'm going to go into the crazy crab. It's a dynamic one. And then I'm going to try the frog. I'm going to see if I can do this with a ball. Could be a new Brave challenge. That's quite hard. Oh, nearly. I'm going to be working on that. So yeah. Okay, so hopefully that's given you a good core workout. Okay, so the culmination of each session, because we're doing this as a collaboration with the Global Goals World Cup, and they're all about helping people to be activists through sport. So we're going to discuss Global Goal 3. Good health and well-being, which especially in the current climate is really important for everyone, and I know it's something we're all really aware of. Physical health, obviously. Keeping fit in these times is very challenging. For example, in Chile, we can't exercise out and about in public spaces. So yesterday I ran 10k around the Brave Park, which is quite repetitive. So yeah, let us know how you're keeping fit, what you're doing at home. Maybe some skipping like our last warm-up, or maybe you're doing some of the animal challenges. But yeah, it's really good to keep fit, both for your physical health and also mental health, because mental health is so important for everyone, and there's such a lot of mental health issues going on around the world, and I'm sure coronavirus is not helping that. So as always, I've done a bit of research for you about Global Goal 3, good health and well-being. So 400 million people have no access to basic healthcare. 15 million people are currently waiting for antiretroviral treatment for HIV. And every 2 seconds, someone aged 30 to 70 dies prematurely from a non-communicable disease. So that's a disease that is not, you can't infect someone. So it could be cardiovascular disease, cancer, respiratory diseases. So every 2 seconds. So every 2 seconds. It's really shocking, I think. Mental health is something we focus on a lot in Team Brave, because we're all about confidence to help people. So mental health fact: 1 in 4 adults in the UK will experience mental health illnesses each year. So if you think about your family or 4 of your friends, 1 in 4 of you this year will experience mental health illnesses. Something we really got to take seriously. I know there's a lot of amazing charities out there helping people with their mental health. So thanks, you guys. And 300 million people worldwide live with depression. So it's really, really a massive problem, and something that we all need to think about how we can help. Team Brave, we really value the importance of confidence. Self-confidence is so massive, and it just kind of affects everything. If you're confident, you believe you can do anything. It affects how you relate to people, challenges you take on yourself. So with Team Brave, just an example of what we do. Our team in Bristol is open to any females to come along and have a go at football, and just be in a fun, supportive team environment where everyone's encouraging each other, and the focus is on not only physical fitness but also keeping mentally fit and helping people through whatever challenging times they're facing. So a big shout out to Team Brave. You guys are awesome, thanks. And especially thanks to my core team that are keeping it going while I'm in Chile. So that's Dee, Sinead and Lois, really amazing women. Thank you so much for everything you do. Team Brave in Chile, we have set up this adventure park that we're living in now, and we're using it to help kids and women here with their confidence and self-esteem through lots of challenges, activities, sports, and hopefully we'll get running soon again. Until then, virtual challenges. So yeah, so there's lots of things we can all do to help with good health and well-being. You can look after yourself, also your friends and family, and then in the wider picture there's all loads of stuff we can do in our community. So yeah, that's today's focus. Thanks so much again for joining us, and I know Dee and Jackie, my friends, they're also delivering sessions this week, so keep an eye out on the Clubhouse website for what's going on. Yeah, keep practicing, and I hope you've enjoyed all the turns today and the games. Please send in any feedback, or if you want to send in a video of you doing it, and keep an eye out also on the Brave Instagram and Facebook pages, because every day we're uploading daily challenges for kids and their families to do, and it will be great to see people getting involved and having a go. Thanks very much, and look forward to seeing you in my next session, which is on Friday. So I'm doing Wednesdays, Fridays and Sundays. So yeah, see you then. And tomorrow I think Jackie's in action again, dancing with the ball, so look out for that too. Thanks very much for joining us. Bye. Adios.